Free throws. Those two words right there are going to haunt me until tomorrow night when the Raptors play the Trailblazers. Raptors lose 122-119 to the Washington Wizards, the John Wall-less Washington Wizards. I understand we did not have Fred VanVleet or CJ Miles, huge keys to our bench, and you saw that today. You saw the holes they left in this, but I mean, it really doesn't matter. The playoffs are what really matters in the long run. However, this game, as much as the Raptors did not deserve the victory, there were tons of chances where they could have really stapled a victory, and they can't do it. What do I mean by that? Well, you look late in the game with about 4 minutes to go, or no, maybe it was less than that. No, I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes to go. DeMar DeRozan at the line, shooting one, and you get the ball. He misses the one. I think you get 2 or 3, but I mean, you could have had pretty much a 4-point play there. Instead, he misses that. JV goes to the free throw line. A fantastic free throw shooter. He misses one late. Serge Ibaka, late in the game, corner 3 for the lead, and it was wide open. No, rims out, and it looks like he pretty much traveled too, but they didn't call it. But he misses the 3 anyways. Kyle Lowry keeps the team in it, and then a crazy thing by Bradley Beal. Can't hang onto the ball. Kyle gets fouled, and we're heading to the free throw line looking to tie with 3 seconds on the clock. Sorry. No, earlier in the game, we had a 3-point play opportunity. Like earlier, I think it was about a minute to go, Kyle had a 3-point play opportunity. He gets the 2, but then misses the 3rd one. Misses the free throw. And then, like I said, late in the game, that crazy thing happens. We're like, oh my God, we can tie the game. We just need 2 free throws. Kyle misses the first one. And then he gets the second one, but you're still down 1. Then Bradley Beal goes to the line, and he knocks down both. Then a Hail Mary ball to try and get it in, in range of shot. Instead, it's a turnover, and you lose the game. Countless opportunities late, and you can't do it. But I'm not going to let that free throw thing yes, the Raptors did shoot 79% from the free throw line. But look, DeMar's miss, Kyle's 2 misses, and JV's miss. That's 4 misses in the last 3-4 minutes. The Raptors combined for 5 misses in the entire game. Do I need to say any more? They did not come up huge with them when they needed to. Kyle was the only guy who was really that clutch in this game. They poked the bear late in that 3rd quarter, and Kyle lit them up in the 4th, but he was the only guy doing so. The team did shoot 53% from the field, 41% from 3. However, they shot 52%, and they were 92% from the free throw line. They had 24 of 26. But the big problem, and something that has to get addressed, because I think we're getting a little sick and tired of this, the offensive glass. First off, they out-rebounded you by 11. The offensive boards, 12-8 in favor of the Wizards, and it felt like just every opportunity was just a mission for the Raptors to get a defensive rebound, and especially late in the game where you got a big miss by the Wizards, but you can't. And I'm going to go back to about, I don't know, when the Raptors were, when they were up by, I think it was 3 or 4 or something like that. They missed the shot. We can't corral the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Their ball, fresh shot clock, 24. After that rebound that you do not get, they go on a 9-0 run. Imagine what happens if you come down with the rebound and now you got the ball with a 4-point lead looking to extend it. But instead, you lose that and then you can't come back. This team did not deserve the win tonight. The offensive glass was just sickening once again. And free throws down the stretch. The team just couldn't do it. If we're looking at who had a great game, well, JV had 17.6 rebounds. Funny thing is, he took 8 shots. If I'm not mistaken, 7 of those were in the first half. They went totally away from JV, who was, I think it was, 5 of 6 or 6 of 7 from the field, and 2 of 2 from 3 in the first half. and you give the ball to him once. And what happens? He goes to the free throw line and gets you 1 of 2, but he hasn't touched the ball in a quarter and a half, so what do you expect? When something's working, why do you get away from it totally? I mean, you look at JV, in the second half, he didn't have a great rebounding game. He didn't get a rebound in the second half. But he only got 1 point. The team didn't give him the basketball. DeMar DeRozan had 23 points on 7 of 17 shooting. A lot of that was in the second half, 0 of 3 from 3. Kyle Lowry, 10 of 19, 4 of 11 from 3. Again, Kyle Lowry with 29 as well. He had a good game. Kyle had great. OG with 11, Serge with 16. But again, it's can you make the big shot late? And the Raptors couldn't. Also, I think they almost doubled us. If not, they did double us in bench scoring. The bench had a really rough time, and you just without the triggering 3 of CJ Miles and just Freddie VanVleet, period. You saw the holes there today. Now, I'm not saying this is the end all and be all of the NBA season for the Raptors, but this is a game where if you were trying to catch Boston, you should have won this game. I'm not saying that the Wizards are a bad team. They're a good team. Bradley Beal's amazing. They don't even have John Wall, so they're finding ways to win games. But the Raptors had this game. They had plenty opportunities to barrel these guys into the ground. They could not do it. And they had a 7-point lead at the half. And in the second half, they just looked abysmal. Third quarter especially, the Raptors were atrocious. You look at the way that quarter shaped up. You were -8. In that third quarter. But you look at it's a weird, we talked about it in the last video, I think it was, where the first half defense was awful, but then the second half, bang, you were unbelievable, getting big stop after big stop, and you were doing a ton of great things. The first half, you did okay. 27 points given up, 28 given up, and your offense, 34, 28. Again, you were up by 7 at the end of the first half. You're playing great, but in the second half, you give up 33 and 34. You give up 67 in the third and fourth quarter combined. That's not good enough. And a big thing was them getting switches and having Serge Ibaka on Bradley Beal, and that was a mismatch and a half. Norman Powell did a fantastic job against him, but he can only do so much. If we're going to take away a few things from this game, it's number 1, clutch free throws. And number 2, the offensive glass and the second chance points. That's it. Now, if we're looking at possibly some trade deadline moves to maybe improve this team moving forward, maybe it's a guy that gets a lot of offensive rebounds. I don't know who that would be or any of those lines. If you guys have any suggestions about that, let me know. But I'm not saying change this team dramatically, but because this team is good. The Raptors are a very good team. But with Fred VanVleet and CJ Miles, again, that helps the bench so much, and that might have put this game away, but they were out, and that was that. And CJ, okay, he was injured, and Freddie VanVleet, you know what, he needed a day to be with his kid, obviously, in the last one. He was in the last game, and coming back to the Air Canada Centre tomorrow night, they didn't want to put him through some crazy travel stress. I get that. So that's fine. You'll see Freddie VanVleet tomorrow, maybe CJ Miles. This game you got to try and put behind you, but it's something you got to look at and say, okay, that's our main problem is the offense, or I guess it's the defensive rebounds for us. But that's a big issue. So let me know what you guys think on how you think this team can adjust that and address that moving forward, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed Kyle Lowry in the fourth quarter because that was quite fun to watch. Hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of the game. Where did this team go wrong? I want to hear what you guys have to say about possible trade deadline moves because I think it's the end of the month or something like that. That's the trade deadline. So we're getting there. But I want to hear what you guys have to say, and we'll talk to you guys very shortly, Leafs edition, as they just put the Rangers to sleep. Both New York teams just laid down and let the Leafs have their way with them. And that was that. And we'll talk to you guys Raptors edition tomorrow night as the Raptors look to rebound after this. Rebound. Yeah, that's something that's got to continue to haunt me tonight, and I'm probably going to have a tough time sleeping because I'm just going to be hearing the word offensive rebound or defensive rebound in my mind. But hopefully they can rebound the ball tomorrow against the Portland Trail Blazers back at the Air Canada Center 7:30 tip-off. Got to get back in the win column. Hopefully Freddie and CJ come back in the game. I'm assuming Freddie will come back. Hopefully CJ's back in the lineup and gets some good shots up there. And we'll talk to you guys then, hoping to get back in the win column. I'll talk to you guys then.